Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so yesterday we made progress here in the material. We create this graph, connected these nodes to create the wrought iron, rust details, and also the painted material. The only thing that I wanted to add as an extra was like some little small like spots of maybe little cuts. Maybe some you can see that in the sphere. In this case, you have like some areas with the rust metal, right? And I want to add in the white, that is a paint, like a small tiny spots of the same like rust areas. I think that it should be metal or rust. I wanted to add that as an extra, and yesterday at the end, because that was at the end, I couldn't do it because I forgot about how to connect the nodes. As you can see in the screen, I made a mistake, a big mistake, and I did this before, but believe me, I don't know, I forgot. And the thing was that I was using a mixed color, and maybe the idea, also another thing that I did before, I wrote math, but I remember that instead of using a math node, I using a math vector node, and that's why I couldn't do it in that way, and I was why, and I didn't pay attention. I needed to add a math node, not a math vector, not mixed color, math. Okay, so let's try to do that today and see how it is going to look. And we're going to check with the other shapes how the material is looking, and maybe if we like it, we leave it like that, or just delete that extra part. I'm going to maybe keep it just in case, but let's see, because as you can see, we're going to see what we did yesterday very quickly. And what else? And with that, we're going to just pause this for a moment and return to the modeling file where we're going to fix the door, because remember that I add an extra part for the wall to create some kind of thickness, 15 centimeters, and by doing that I also pay attention a very important detail that I missed, that was that the window was like to the inside of the house. If you are in the exterior of the house, the window was like in the inside, and no, the window was like in the inside, and that is not correct. Or maybe it is correct for some designs, but in this case it is not. You should like the standard is to keep, if you are in the inside of the house, you should see the window like pushed out, and if you are in the outside, you should see the window like near to the wall, and then you can add the bars and all those kind of things. And also I checked the references, and it was like just I was wrong, and we fixed that. Also remember that I want to create details for both part of the wall in this case. So for the windows, we just have the windows, and maybe an extra thing that I don't think I'm going to add it. It is like a metallic material, but it is a thin like web design material that is going to protect from insects, and yes, but I think that I'm not going to add it. We'll see for the windows, but for the doors we need to add something inside. We need to add details to the other side of the door, and also for the wall we have to do the same. Why? Because remember that I'm going to try to create the house like that you're going to have all the details inside, outside. If maybe we can also add assets, internal assets, and try to keep one house as a complete model with full details, but not in a very high poly, like we're going to create render interior design renders. No, just to add the assets and to see how we can combine a lot of assets. It's going to, as you can imagine, it is going to be a lot of work, but we already done a great progress. Also, we know maybe some measurements that we can use for the houses, and we already know some details that we need to add, and we already know how some other things we can use for our models. And again, remember that if I'm going to create the renders, especially for the renders, I'm going to delete a lot of things. For example, if the house is going to be just a render from the outside, like you're going to see 3-4 houses in the picture, of course I'm going to delete all the inside details. If I'm going to do the same for the interior, I'm going to delete all the other buildings. Maybe we're going to do some changes, play with the assets. And of course, if we try to use this for a game, we need to make some changes, because maybe we need to lower the level of the amount of faces of polygons. Okay, so with our material, you can see that I think that we can say that we completed. You have the paint material with some kind of details. You can see like little darker spots, small spots of the same paint. You can see the areas where the rust metal appear, the metal. Also, I use nodes to delete or play with the metalness and roughness of the same metal side. You know that rust has not the same characteristics of metal, because for example, the shiny aspect, metal maybe is going to have it, but the rust is not. And also the conductive characteristics the same, we are not going to have it. What else? Just so that's what I wanted to say. And okay, let's get started. Let me turn off the camera and let's see the material that we have. Also, we play with the bump to add some normal details. Okay, so this is what we have. Basically, I use the texture coordinate, the mapping. Color ramp, and this is the one that we used a lot. Color ramp and noise texture. You can use another. These are like from a group of nodes that are specifically to add this kind of patterns of design. Okay, you can see that I use the method of create one material with one principled BSDF and another material, not material, but like one material. It is like blending two materials, and I use a mix shader to mix both, and the factor was this noise texture. You can see here that I play with colors here with color ramps. Color ramp to add the roughness and the metallic characteristics, to only keep the metalness and the shiny. If this material is a little bit shiny but not too shiny, have this specifically in the parts where we can see the metal. Trying to recreate this. And also trying to create some kind of bumpness. Here you can see the details, first for the paint and then for the rust characteristics, and a little bit different for the metal area. And what was the extra thing that I wanted to try yesterday? I couldn't make it. I'm going to delete this because we're not going to use it anymore. This was the previous. I'm using white. Like you see here in the picture, it is not complete white, but it is something close to white. I think that it is not good when you paint something, for example, when you draw, not to have like something completely dark, completely black, or completely white. You always try to add some variations. I don't remember the explanation for that, but it is like a practice that you should do in 2D design. And I think that we can apply the same here. It is looking good. You can see it and you can say this is white. You're not going to say it is a light gray close. No, it is white. Okay, so this is what I wanted to try yesterday. This is the first design that we have, the one that you can see. This is black, the white is black, and the white is the rust area. I wanted to add some tiny spots, like for example this, that maybe like this, that maybe we can say that create another noise textures and try to say in some areas you're going to have this and in some areas you're not going to have that, but that is maybe too much. I think that this is enough, but trying to add this, okay, we can try it, but try to see, because you can see here you have a lot of these tiny spots, but here for example you don't have it, and you can like try to justify that like adding another noise textures and try to decrease the size and leave some spots with no of this, or maybe less of this, and the other spots with a lot of that. We can do it, but I think that there's no need. That's too much. But some people do that to move it close to the design. First, let's try the first thing, okay? So you can see here, this is the first design that we are using the factor to differentiate one material from the other. You can see that in the white areas we have the rust metal, and in the black areas we have the paint. The other design that I tried was this, the black areas with the tiny spots and the white areas with the paint. My mistake, the first mistake that I was doing yesterday, is that, look, the black is the paint, and I was thinking in the other side, look, the white, yes, the black is the paint, look, the black is the paint, and the white is with the rust metal. It seems weird because maybe you can see, okay, the black spots are smaller and this should be with the metalness, but no. Because of the connection that I made, it is in the other side, in the other direction. But okay, with that, so we can continue with that. But the first mistake that I was doing, if we say that the black spots are the paint, again I'm going to show you, look, the black spots are the painting, we should do the same for the other color ramp. And that was a first mistake. I was thinking that the black is the metal, but it is in the thing are different. So first we need to change this. First 038, 038. I don't know why when I flip this, I remember that before when you flip it moves here, but now in the new version I remember that this one that way. Maybe I am wrong. In the new version this moved to the other side, completely to the other side, but I don't know why, so I'm going to do it just like this. Okay, so we're going to have our tiny spots. Too much detail. I don't know. Let me see something else. 0.3 maybe? No, this is too much. Okay, we're good with this. Let's see. Oh no. This is the one that we need. Let me change something here. No. This is the one. We have a smaller spots and some bigger spots. Perfect for what we want. Okay, so that is the first. And the other thing, I tried to combine it with this, but this was not the good way to do things. We should not use this. The one that we should use, and I forgot yesterday because if you watch the live stream from yesterday, I wrote math and I selected vector math. I think that I was tired, I don't know. This is the one that we should use. So let's try first combining this in this way. And look, we can see that we have with add, because this is the one that we're going to use. If we change to multiply, no, it disappears. If we use subtract, the same thing. These blending combinations, it also depends on how you want to combine things. In my case, I want to have the black spots, the first design and the other design. I want to have both. I don't want to have one eliminating the other one. Or hello, welcome. Now I see the messages in YouTube. Great. Yesterday it was not working. Okay, so I want to combine both. Remember, I want to see both designs here in the same material. So this is why I'm using this node. Okay, but you can notice something, right? You can see that this is white and this is like kind of gray, because if this should be white, but this is like more white than this white. I think that you understand the idea. And it is not supposed to be in that way. This should disappear in here because I don't want to have spots in this part, because the material is the same here than here. We can see we're going to have that, but for example, it is going to affect for normal, because if I use the normal bump like we use with the first design, we're going to have some normal details here too, and that is something that I don't want inside the metalness. That is good if we are going to have damaged metal. If people were working with metal and it is rusty, okay, that makes sense. But maybe with the security bars, it is also no security bars. So I don't want to have to see a contrast in here. I want this only to appear in the black areas, and here not to appear, because it is supposed that these are the same material and the same color. So the strategy that I want to try is color ramp, because color ramp is going to help us controlling the grayness. And just adding a color ramp, I don't want to play with this and say and make more contrast. No, just adding one simple color ramp in the standard way, in this just like I added, with no any change, no any configuration. You can see that we solved that. And here of course that we're going to have these special materials, because here you have some kind of blending. So it is good. Now let's connect our color ramp with a new design in the parts where the first design was connected, in this case in the factor and in the height. I want it in that. If I don't want the height, I just leave it like that. Now let's see our material, and you can see that we have our spots. Look, we did it. We have the smallest spots, the combination. Maybe the only thing, no, I like it, but there is something that I don't know, there is something that I don't like. Maybe it is, no, it should be good. It is looking good. It looks like this. Of course that here we have more. We can increase that with maybe scale, I don't know. We can play with us with those values, but I think that it is looking good. Let me see what happens if I change this. For example, if I increase to, okay, you're going to have more tiny spots, but we don't want that. And to add more, I don't know a way to add more of these tiny spots. I think that I'm trying to keep the same. No, I think that there is no way. The only way to try to do it, is playing with the color ramp. Is, for example, moving this here. We're going to have less. If you move it here, it's supposed to have more or bigger spots, just like that. So we don't want that. Oh man, look. To keep it like that, you just have to play with these values. Let me move closer to see the. We have 0. I'm going to keep it here, and this one in 0.30. Like that, and this one 10. 31, I mean. So with this one you can control how many of these spots using the same. Remember that is color ramps for, in this case, for my design. Maybe we can add more like this, but again, it should be even better if we can control, like here we can see those, and in here we only can see some of those. You know what is the problem with that? That is going to vary depending on the design, on the material. For example, here you can see that maybe in these spots where you have more connections, more special designs, you can see more of this. Here the same, but maybe here that is up, you're going to see less of that. We can play, for example, with a gradient. Let's say here the middle down is going to have more of this, and the middle up is going to have less of those tiny spots. We also can play with that, but again, I think that it depends on the object that you're going to use. Maybe for some objects, if you just I think that it depends on the object. For these security bars, okay, you can say that the thing that I said before, trying to add more spots here down and less tiny spots up. I like it, and also maybe the spots should be with. The problem if I add, I need to add more materials. I mean, with this, and I don't want to complicate things, because then I want to look. If I want to create a combination and add, for example, some spots here, that is going to be too much. Let me see what happens if I do this. Just let me see what happens if I do this. Oh no, this is a disaster. No. And why it is a disaster? Because I don't use, if I, for example, if I want to try to play with both of these, I need to combine these two. Previous the color ramp. With that we can have that. And why I didn't do combine this before? Because I want a way to control the tiny spots after. And if I add combine this before, I only have one color ramp, and if the color ramp is going to affect for both, and I don't want that. I want to have the possibility to control them separately. But let's try. Let's just try. Remember that here we test things. This is what we do here. Let's test things. Let me save, of course. We don't have any surprises. Here I think that we can use Xcolor. Otra vez, siempre me equivoco. Sorry. I made something. Yeah, we're good. I always press something that I don't have to press. Mix color. Okay. Let's see. We're just going to see something. Let's test it. See here. Let me see here. Let me see here. That is the problem. Factor is the one that is going to not help me. Multiply maybe. Subtract. If you don't want to play like me, it is better to know how more about blending modes. The thing is that I have different ways to combine this, but let's just see. Let me show you what I am talking about. If I move this one here, this is what, look, just, it is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. And having this is like just having this. The same thing. Let's see again. Even with this we cannot see the, no, it is not going to help us, because my purpose to trying to mix these two was to add the metalness in here, and that is not a possibility because I have controlled that with this color ramp. No, it is not going to work. So let's forget about that. Let's just keep it the way it was. Let's try to separate this so we can see. I'd like you to keep it in this way. I know that some people, maybe most of the people, and you should do it, you need to organize, try to make the connections not to look like they are over other connections. You need to organize your file, but I don't know, I like to keep it in this way. I just separate the nodes and I can see the difference. I can see the connections. For example, we can create here a group and say this is the painted and this is the rust metal, but I don't want to do that. Also, I used bumped for both. We should do that, but no, I want to keep it like that. So let's test. Let's see the monkey. Let me hide this one. Let's see the cube, and let's try to get one of our assets. Let's use the plane to have something here. I'm going to delete later the asset. Let me just be sure that I'm going to try with someone simple that I'm completely sure that I apply all the modifiers. Here, let's go to collection, and for example, bars, doors, Windows bar, I think, Windows bar, Windows bar, Windows bar, Windows bar 1. Okay, we have all the bars here. Select all of these are applied. Let me hide all of these. Let's try with the first one, and we're going to see with our material. Let's see how it is. Look, this is how it is going to look. Of course, this is a close-up. We are not. What do you think? For me, it worked. For me, it worked. Maybe again you can add more of these tiny spots. Maybe the areas of rust metals are maybe bigger. Let's try with another one. Let's go with this one. Material. Again, what do you think? Also, this is going to vary depending on the render that we're going to use. Let me try to change to cycles and add GPU here, and the noise, just in case. Let's try with another one. I'm going to test with these bars. So it is going to, and look, remember that I am not using UVs. I am not using UVs. That is why I have this in object. The texture coordinates in object. It looks like a really damaged security bars. Maybe we should add more of the tiny spots here. If we are having this kind of damage, we should add more of these tiny spots. Let's try another one. You can test your results. Look. For me it is looking good. Again, if we move closer, you can see all the details. Look, this is looking really good if we have close-ups. For me, it is looking really good. I don't know what your opinion, please let me know. Try another one. Look, the same thing. Maybe the only thing that we should do is these tiny spots, trying to add more of the tiny spots. Let's go with this one. This is okay. Look, damaged metal. I like it. If you ask me, I like it. Also, now I am thinking on something. No, the thing is, I was thinking on something, but no. The thing is that I don't have here, where I live now, I don't have the security walls, the security bars. It is a private neighborhood. And in the ancient, in the house that I lived before, there I have the security bars, and I don't remember. I remember something like this, and my house was not old like that, never. We maintain our house, so I never see something like that, but of course in other parts I saw something like this, and it's the same thing in the picture. The tiny spots should be more, I think. One moment please. Let's try with another one. Look, for example, here. If we may have a close-up, you'll see more details, because this material means to be for these kind of things. So I think that definitely we need to add more of these tiny spots with the rust spots. But the other thing is that some of these spots are with the metalness, and the metalness right now, yes, I don't want to damage. For example, here, I don't want to damage that. Let's try with another one, of the last one. Simple design, material. So the same thing. You can see the damage, the rusty, both iron. The only bad thing maybe is that if you look it like from this distance, you're not going to see something special. But I think that yes, it is looking good, especially when you have close-up. But in real life, it is the same. If you look like from a long distance, you're not going to have the tiny. It's impossible to see the tiniest details. So maybe let's try to do that. Let me continue with the sphere. Let's go with the sphere, let's hide that, and let's return to our shading view. And the only thing is try to add more of these spots. Now I am only going to do that. And the thing that to do that is, let me remember. A bit too much. Maybe too much. No, like that, no. I think that like that, and maybe add less details. There are too many details in here. Do you see the difference? You almost not see the difference. 15, but with 5, for example, we're going to see maybe just maybe with 5 it changed a little. And also the spots maybe are too big, so maybe let me just maybe 90. 90 is good. The only thing, maybe this was too much here. 40. Maybe like that. No, that's too much. I don't want to have, and also the spots are too big. Let me I don't know, 150. Okay, and now, no, even like that, it is too much. 15, that's too much detail. Let me see something here. Okay. No, two no. 2 is destroying everything. 5 is good. And 0.65. This one for me is perfect. Let's test it. Let's go here to layout. Let's hide that and let's go with this one. And look, for me this one is the right one. This one is the one that I was looking for. Look, for me this is perfect. This is perfect, and I think that we finished this material. Let's test with another one. Yes, it is looking even better because it shows us that even in the painted parts we have some tiny damaging with no paint. For me this one is perfect. Please let me know about the material. I did this one here with you. And you know what? I'm going to try to create a goal. If we reach maybe a goal, I don't know how many, and if we reach the goal, I will deliver in the Discord server the material, the files. What do you think? Let me know. I like it, and I think that this is the perfect one. This is the one that I was looking for. Perfect for me. Ooh. Let me try to do something else. Just one moment. Let me... I don't remember how to do this. One moment, please. I don't remember how to do this. I always forgot. This is something very, very easy and basic. I always forgot. When I don't do something in a week, I always forgot. That happened to me yesterday. I don't... these combinations with notes, I did not do this since last year. And I just forgot. Like I am starting discovering the notes, and it was something really basic, a very basic mistake that I made yesterday. That happened to me a lot. Let's go with the world. I don't know. I don't remember how to add the texture. Environment texture, environmental texture, and the color here maybe. And let me. Where should I find the? I don't remember. One moment, please. No, I want you to see that. I don't know if I should show my folders. I don't know if... Okay, let me just find the image and we'll continue. Okay, let me just find the image for this one. I'm not going to connect anything. Let me just find the image. I don't want to show you my folders for security reasons. One moment. I'm here. And also I don't remember, so that's why I'm going to start looking for through a lot of folders. Wait. Extensions here now. Scripts, templates, presets, and the textures. I need textures. No, I don't remember. No, but no, it is the OBS. We're back. Sorry. We're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened with the connection. I data files. Here, studio files, world, and let's try with interior. No, exterior. Sunrise, because we're forest. And we're with forest. That should be here, right? But I don't remember how to hide it. I told you that I don't want to. Let me just see something. Yes, this was the. Okay. Let me go back and I'll show you what I did. Just something simple. I'm back. So I just imported an environment texture, and I'm going to connect it to the color background. And let me go back to the object. This is a simple connection. I don't remember how to hide the things and only leave the lives. I don't remember. It is something. So in layout, or maybe here. Right now we are in this view. Just in case, instead of Eevee, I am going to use cycles, and for cycles, try always to use GPU. Please try always to use GPU. You don't want your CPU to make all the work. So right now that we're in cycles and GPU, I'm going to change to the render. And look, our material, I like it. I don't know, what do you think about it? I just made this is, instead of using lights, instead of adding lights, I'm just adding like an environment that is going to give me all the lights that I need, and we're going to see our material, how good it is looking. Look. You see the differences here. For example, look, for me it is perfect. No, not perfect, but it is looking really good. I don't know, what do you think? Let me find a name. How can we name this? Hello? Is the microphone working? Hello? No, I think that it is not working. My microphone is not working. One moment, please. Hello. What happened? Warning, what happened? I have something here. What happened? Warning, the stream. Okay. This is why it failed. My microphone is not working. Hello. Hello. It is not working. Microphone. Video broadcast. Hello. I don't know. Hello. No, it is not working. Microphone is not working. One moment. One moment, I think that my microphone is not working. The camera, yes, the camera is working, but the microphone is not working. It is not working. Hello, hello, hello. The sound is not general. The sound in general disappeared. Okay. No. There is no sound. I have no sound. It is not working. The sound is not working. Sound. The sound is not working. The sound is not working. I don't know what happened. No, I don't know what's happening. No, it's not working. The sound isn't working. Oops. Don't let go. Questo page audio si chiama di questo qua. C'è. Está funcionando. Déjenme reiniciar. Si alguien está aquí, por favor, déjenme saber qué. Ah, ya tengo. Ah, yes, yes, they have some. One moment, one moment. Ah, ya tengo. Yes, yes, they have some. Yes, yes. This is something we don't do the changes that I make. We don't do the Capture video broadcast and on the server test down. But this my voice is weird. But this one moment, please, one moment. Let me change message. Hello. Now you have no filter in the sound. Hello. Now you can see all the noise here. Noise here. But it's not good, the sound. It's not good. But okay, we can continue. I don't know what happened. The stream failed, and then I have another screen here to control the stream failed, your messages and all this. I have another screen here to control what is stopped. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I think that now we are back. I don't know what happened. It was weird, but I don't like the microphone. One moment, please. We are back. But I don't like the microphone. I'm back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Please let me know if I have some issues. I delete something here. I don't remember what I made, what I did. Let me see something. One moment, please. We'll retrieve. Audio input 3. Settings, audio. It was disabled or default? I don't remember. To keep it in default. Okay, but now I think that we're back. Let me just restart this again. Yes, I think that we're good. Okay, we're good. I don't know what happened. Okay, so I was explaining that I use cycles for the render settings, GPU, and what I did with the environment texture, with the texture here, is I just add an environment texture, and the environment texture gives me all the lights that I need. So there's no need for me to add, for example, a spotlight, the things that we used when we create the render version for a model. We don't need that anymore because we are using the texture, the environment textures for that. It replaced all that work. And as you can see, the material, believe me, I like it. I like the material. Again, this is my way. If you have other methods or other ways to make it better, you can do it. It is up to you. I don't want to say that this is the right method. Remember that in art we have different ways to do things. You have here the notes, and I think that we're going to try to make some goal. Maybe one super chats. I don't know the super chats. No, 10 super chats is too much. Maybe one super chat to try. One super chat, man. One super chat in 30 minutes, yeah, because we are. Okay. Ah, what happened? Goal. Let me set the goal. One super chat. Share the material. Yeah, I don't remember this. I don't know how this works. Maybe this is my first time. I did it or not? Oh no, this. No, I think that I didn't create it. One super chat, but no, it is not appearing. One moment, please. One moment. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. I'll go for some water. Okay, we finish this. Oh no no no. Let me create all the colors. All the colors. All the colors. And multiple all the colors. One super chat. Okay, let's get started with one super chat. And video 5 8. Where the material file of this concern. Ah, but again, what happened? It is not working. It's not working. I'll be back in now. One super chat, all colors. Where the all in the Discord server. Share the material file with you all in the Discord server. 30 minutes. One super chat, all the colors. Okay. So now it appeared. The goal. I'll be back in a moment, okay? And we'll continue. One moment, please. I'll be back. Until that, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want, you can try to reach the goal. Just one simple super chat, and I've shared the files with you. This file with you. Okay, I'm back. Well, let's finish the streaming for today. Just to finish, let's name this material. Remember, a very important thing that we should do is put this fake user. So when I create more materials, and if I'm going to have different files for, maybe we should create different files for different materials. Yes, we can do that, and I'm going to name it with a very descriptive name. The real name should be road. So iron coated with white paint. This is a very descriptive name. Well, we'll find another name for this one. So here you can see the okay, so again you can see all the changes that we made. Sorry for today problems. But I know OBS failed and I wasn't aware that the streaming was working good, the sound I mean. Please let me know every time that you have something that you cannot, that you have some problems maybe with listening, with something in the streaming. If you have any problem, please let me know. I want to know so I can fix the issue. So again, let's check our material so we can close this topic for today. We have two materials. I basically created two materials, the metal part and the painting part. For the painted part, I make this simple. I just create some noise texture that is going to add with a lot of detail that make our material to be with some tiny spots that is going to be controlled by this. So one spots are going to be with white and the other parts are going to be darker, so it makes some contrast that is going to look good for our paint. The roughness is going to be not very shiny, 0.75. Metallic no, because it is paint. And the second material is going to be the metal part. It is going to be iron. That's why I chose this like black. As you can see, the same in the photo. I know that you have other variations of black. I play with rusty. I add this color. This was controlling the colors. This one was controlling the metal, the roughness, because the iron, the wrought iron is not really shiny. It's not very shiny. But it is like 0.5, and the other part that is the rust metal, it should not be shiny. So that one is going to be with less shine, and I play with this color to say this one is not shiny and this is less shiny. The other part is the metalness. The metalness for the black part is going to be full metalness one, and the other part with no metalness because it is the rusty area. And you can see that here with this color ramp. I control that with this color ramp. and also I add normal details. The first normal detail that I add, no, let's talk about the combination. Maybe with the combination. So I have one side with the metal and one side with the painted. And how I mix both with this mix shader, that is going to be controlled which areas are going to be with the paint and which areas are going to be with the metal by this design. I combine two designs with two different nose textures with different characteristics, you can see, controlled by color ramp. I mix both with add and make them to be a really smooth full blending mode with this color ramp that it is in the standard, no changes, like this. And here I made like the paint a little bit up from the other area with this bump, and I connected in both sides. Now no more bump details in the painted part. Now here in the metalness, look, let me show you what I am talking about. You can see how the paint is up a little bit up from the roughness, and to add extra roughness I created a bump for the rusty parts, a little bit of this, you can see these spots here. I combine these noise textures with a lot of tiny details, and the other area, the metal area, is going to have the same, but not as very with too much detail like this one. Let's see if I can have more close up, because it is not looking here. You can see the details, but it is not as the same as the rusty part. Okay, and also I make like the rusty a little bit up from the metalness with the other bump. This bump is going to be from the painted version, this bump is going to be from the rusty version, and this one moment. Yes, this bump is going to be from the painted, this bump is going to be for the rusty, and this bump is going to be for both details, like this small points. This one that is going to be more in here and less in here. Something like that is the description of the material. You can check the whole. Maybe I'm going to create a video about this material. It's a good idea. But first I think that I need to finish the other bit. Okay. So here we have our security bars. That. And you have the full node here. Okay friends, so this is all for today. We're going to continue tomorrow. Please remember to subscribe, give it a like, share this content with others, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this material. I'm going to create a video. I think that definitely I need to create a video with this combination that we made. I think that I am not going to record anything in the screen because it's going to take me too much time. I'm just going to create a script. No, but yeah. I should record the screen. Try to prepare a video with that is too much. But I already test everything. I already created the material, so I save time with that. Yes, I want to do it in a better way. So yes, that is something. But first, I think that definitely I need to prepare the video that I have with the animations. I need to finish that video so we can continue with another video. Don't try to accumulate ideas and not finish them. I need to do, but I am just saying it is a good idea to create this for a video, and I think that I'm going to do it. I'm not saying, okay, next week I'm going to do, no, I'm going to stop saying things like that, so you don't, maybe, I don't want to be like a liar. That is not my purpose. I just, maybe some days or sometimes I just became emotional, and I want to do this, but I really want to do this, and I definitely want to do it, but sometimes I don't know when, because right now I don't have control of my schedule. So that is not something good, because some of you come here and listen to that and say, you saw you're doing it, and then they came and say, but you say that you're going to do, when you're going to do that. So that is not good. Okay, that is my mistake, and I'm going to stop, or try to stop doing that, and I am going to announce, okay, I have this prepared, I'm going to upload that, or I have this for one day. So when I have really something, not to announce something that I would like to do. That, again, it is maybe really possible, 99% possible that I'm going to do it, but the problem is I don't know when. Okay, so that's all, friends. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, share this content with others, leave a comment below, follow me on my other platforms, Twitch, Kick, and subscribe, and also my social media accounts, X, Instagram, TikTok. Remember that I'm creating different projects on each platform, Twitch and Kick, and I'm creating different projects. I don't know if today we're going to have Kick. Maybe at night. I will see. Remember that you can find me online as Fran Salazar. You have all the links here. You can join to our Discord server, you can share things about 3D and games. Please, I'm going to try to create some goals, so not only for money, because that is something that I need, of course, but because YouTube is going to show my channel more if some people contribute here with super chat and all of those things. That is also, so it is not only for the money, it is also for the exposure of the channel. I want the channel to get to more people, and YouTube is going to help me with that if YouTube see that my channel is generating some kind of income. I know I just put one goal, one super chat. I think that is $2. It is nothing. I'm going to try to do that every day. So the first one, I'm going to promise to you this material. Okay? And every time that I have something that I want to share with you, and something complex like this one, for example, I'm going to say, okay, maybe it's time to create a goal. Okay, what else? If you want to know what kind of computer I'm using, you have the KitCon link. In the site, you're going to find all the components I use on my PC. If you want me to collaborate with the project as a freelancer, you can contact me. There's my email there, social media account, 17 page. You can create a project on Upwork and C3 and send a message too. And if you want to support my work, remember that you have super chat, super stickers, super thanks. Once in a while, we're going to have goals. So maybe if you want to support me, let me know what kind of goal you like to see. Something that it is possible, please. Don't come here with some crazy ideas that is going to take me too much time, or something that I cannot do. And also referring, I think, to the 3D that we are doing. You also have memberships. What else? If you want, also you have a PayPal link, and even better, you can get one of my models. If you want assets for your games and animation, you can visit my Turbo Square store. If you want sculptures for 3D printing, you can visit my Culture store. Also, you have C-Trader, a third option where you're going to find both assets, sculptures, and also low poly exclusive environments. So that's all, friends. Thanks for coming. Maybe at night we'll have Twitch. I don't know. It's going to be at night. And tomorrow, if nothing happens again, we'll have YouTube, and tomorrow is Friday. Maybe if I don't do Twitch today, we'll do Twitch tomorrow. Okay. So, but definitely at the morning we have YouTube. We'll have YouTube. So again, if nothing happens, again, that doesn't depend on me. For now. Thanks for coming. Please remember to subscribe, and see you in the next one.